Hello, recently you've been looking at lessons online all to do with basic angle facts. So today I thought we could have a look at an application question taken from a GCSE paper. The question is down the left hand side, and if you want to pause and have a go at it yourselves, you're more than welcome to do that. Then you can play it out and you can see whether our solutions match up and you can see how many of the marks you've got. So you can pause it now if you want to have a go yourself. Okay, if I were attempting this question, the first thing I would do is draw on my diagram and think about what else I know and what other labels I can put on there. We're told that triangle ABC is equilateral. That means all angles are equal. It also means all the sides are equal. We know that the angles in a triangle add up to 180, so if I divide that by 3, I know that actually each angle in this triangle is worth 60 degrees. Because they're all equal, they've got to add up to 180. The next bit of information I can either take from the diagram, which I've put the arrow to here, these little lines that exist on this second triangle, or I can look back at the information from the question, which tells me that line CE is equal to line DE. Both of those representations actually just tell me that I'm dealing with an isosceles triangle. This means that we've got two equal sides and two equal angles, therefore. So those angles down the bottom are going to be exactly the same as one another. Again, I know that I've got 180 degrees in total in my triangle. So if I remove those 28 degrees, I'm left with 152 degrees. And I know that they've got to be split into two equal angles. That 152 degrees has got to be split into two equal angles. So I divide that by 2 and I realise that each one of those angles must be worth 76 degrees. The final bit of information that I'm going to use is going to help me answer this question now to work out the size of angle X. I'm told, if I look back at the question, that BCD is a straight line. So these three angles exist upon a straight line. We know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So I know that X and 60 and 76 all added together equals 180 degrees. I can do a little bit of sorting out there and I can actually add the 60 and the 76 together so that I've just got one value. X plus 136 is worth 180. I then just have a really simple equation to solve, remembering that whatever you do to one side of the equal sign or one side of the equation, you must do to the other. We're trying to get X on its own. The opposite of adding 136 is taking 136 away, but I've got to do that to both sides to maintain the equal sign, to maintain the equality on either side of that equation. So I remove 136 from that side as well, and I'm left with X is equal to 44 degrees. That's actually my final answer. I've worked out the size of angle X. Awesome. If you want to have a look at where the marks come from, then carry on listening and carry on watching, because this is the actual official mark scheme from the exam board. So you can see you get your first mark for recognising that all three of the angles in that equilateral triangle are 60 degrees. You get your second mark for dealing with the isosceles triangle, so taking away the 28 degrees and then dividing by 2 to give you the 76. You get your third mark for showing that you understand that then all three of those angles on the straight line must equal 180 degrees. And you only get the one mark, you get your final mark for getting 44 degrees as your final answer.